Hey y'all, hope everyone is doing good. Kind of wanted to take this time and share with you guys how I created the YouTube channel because I've got a lot of questions about it. In fact, this is actually one of the reasons why I wanted to create this second channel, not only so I can share kind of life stuff about myself, Maiko, and our baby, but kind of show you behind the scenes of what's going on with the main channel. So I've mentioned before in previous videos that Maiko and I create this YouTube channel together. But in this video, I kind of wanted to break it down, show you guys actually what happens, how we get stuff done, how we split up the work, and kind of share with you how we all started this whole thing. Some people may think that I do the channel all by myself, which makes sense because I'm the one in front of the camera. But to be honest with you, I don't think the channel would be where it is today if it wasn't for us both working together. Oh, and you might have seen on one of the latest videos on the main channel, it's actually a house tour video, basically where I go and I show you guys the YouTube 1 million subscriber award given to myself. But also, if you actually read it, we changed the name and it says presented to Paolo from Tokyo and Maiko because she equally deserves it. So again, thank you for that award. It wouldn't be possible without all of your guys' support. And hopefully maybe, I don't know, maybe this channel will get there one day. We'll see. Either way, I'm pretty excited to be sharing what's going on with this channel, like all the stuff that's going to be coming up, all the new experiences with you guys. So basically, Maiko and I started the first channel, Paolo from Tokyo, about 3 years ago. We were just basically talking about YouTube and thought, hey, it may be fun for us to start a YouTube channel. And without giving it too much thought, we just started. And in fact, it wasn't like we had any special gear to start out with. We started with an iPhone and we started with free software on our Mac called iMovie to edit like the footage. So the only experience between the both of us was I actually edited some GoPro footage from me snowboarding a few times. In fact, I actually have the GoPro. It's like a really old GoPro. Let me show you. Here's a GoPro. It's a Hero 2. So you see how old that is. So anyway, the basic concept of the channel was just to share my life and my experiences in Japan. So we just kept it really simple. I mean, I love Japan. I love living here. I love all of the experiences that it has to offer. And yeah, it just made for an easy focus for the channel. I think that's actually one of the more important things is to choose something that you love. Choose something that you want to continue to make videos on, because at the end of the day, you have to kind of love what you're doing, or if you don't, then you're just gonna want to quit. So with that concept, we started a channel and we both started to learn how to edit together. We first started on iMovie, which is free, and then we later moved on to Final Cut Pro and just started to kind of experiment and learn different techniques. Also, again, we started on an iPhone with filming, later moved to a newer GoPro than the one I just showed you, and then eventually we purchased a DSLR camera, a Canon 80D. Then we both learned how to use that camera, how to film, and just do everything together essentially. And the thing is, the channel didn't take off right away. I think in the first 6 months we had maybe 1,000 subscribers, and then maybe even after a year we had about 7,000 subscribers, which is not a lot comparatively speaking. But at the end of the day, we loved making videos, and it also kind of gave us time to learn different filming techniques, different editing techniques. Also, it kind of helped us focus our channel to like find out what we really wanted to do. It started off with kind of like a vlog style, but then we kind of changed it a little bit and started to go in more of like an informative style about like things to do in Japan, things to eat in Japan. And that's kind of where we started to gain more traction with our audience. And as we made more videos, we developed kind of a workflow, and we realized that I'm kind of a perfectionist. I want to be as creative as possible, want it to be as perfect as possible, and I'm like willing to sacrifice time to create that end result. But whereas Maiko, she's also creative, but she prioritizes being efficient over being creative. So it's kind of like a good balance between the both of us. I can still be super creative, I can spend time on things, but Maiko will keep me in check to make sure that I don't spend all the time in the world trying to get one shot done. Because the thing is with YouTube, you can upload a video every day if you want, you can do it every hour, or you can do it like every year or every month or every week. It really depends on you, or you can kind of like have a mixture between all of that. And I think what helped us early on is we decided that for our channel that we would make sure no matter what, without fail, to upload one video per week. And that's how we kind of got to every Saturday morning, 9 a.m. Tokyo Standard Time, we release a video without fail. And that kind of just helped us keep focused the entire time. And if I recall correctly, I don't think we've missed a Saturday release date for a couple years now. Yeah, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think we've missed it. Like, we're pretty good about hitting that Saturday deadline. And there have been times where we're working on several projects or we're doing something else. What's actually nice is that both of us can do the work, so the other one can fill in when the other one can't actually do it. The only thing we can't do is like, you know, I'm in front of the camera, so Maiko can't actually be in front of the camera, but all the stuff in the back end, we generally like fill in for each other. And sometimes our schedules get kind of busy and some projects overlap, but the good thing is we can cover for each other. Like, no matter what, we're gonna have a video released, and so if one person can't do it, then the other person will fill in. And one of the things I think that's kind of helped grow the channel, helped us continue to grow, is that we keep each other motivated. You know, sometimes when you're working on a project by yourself, or you're trying to work out, stay healthy, eat healthy, and you're doing it all by yourself, it's really difficult to stay on target, especially over time. And since I'm doing this channel with Maiko, we're doing it together, it really holds us accountable for each other. I remember when we first started, we didn't have a lot of subscribers, we didn't get a lot of views, we just didn't get a lot of people interested in the channel, and it was kind of discouraging. Maiko was, I think, a little more discouraged than me. I was kind of more on the overly enthusiastic side. I mean, I'd be like, whoa, we just got 20 subscribers today, that's so awesome. Or wow, 5,000 people viewed our video, that's crazy, 5,000 people actually watched our video, that's amazing. At that point early on, like, no matter what, I wasn't gonna let us quit. On the other hand, Maiko also keeps me motivated. But you know, I'd like actually just look over and I'd see Maiko working her ass off, editing or doing something for the channel. I'd be like, all right, she's working hard, you've got to work hard too, you've got to do this. And you know, it's really motivating when you're working with someone that's just getting stuff done. It's like, okay, if they're getting stuff done, then I got to get stuff done too. And so it's just a really good situation, because at the end of the day, when one of us is down, the other person can pick the other person up. And then after 15 months from first starting the YouTube channel, out of nowhere, we got offered our first sponsored video. It was a tech product, a small handheld gimbal, which I liked using anyway, so it wasn't really that difficult to promote. And it wasn't a lot of money, but we were just so surprised that someone wanted to pay us real cash to make a video for them. And when this happened, it motivated us even more to create better content for the channel and just continue to grow it. And it even kind of gave us hope that maybe we can actually do this for a living. Also, there's nothing better than being able to share that win together. You know, sometimes when you accomplish a goal all by yourself and there's like no one around, it sometimes feels, you know, a little bit lonely, a little bit empty. But when you actually accomplish a goal with a team or with someone that you did it together with, it makes all the difference. It's so much more rewarding. Fast forward to today, I'm now full-time making video content on YouTube with Maiko. It was kind of a long road to get here, but we learned so much along the way. And I think one of the biggest lessons we learned is, if you want to do this kind of like as a full-time career, then one of the most important things is just to treat it like a real business. And that's what Maiko and I do. Basically, we get up every morning like we're running any other business, whether it be filming, editing, planning for future content, researching, working with sponsors, business partners, whatever the case may be, we're trying to grow the channel. And over time, Maiko and I naturally gravitated toward our strengths. I mean, yeah, I'm still in front of the camera most of the time. That really hasn't changed. But these days, in order to make our filming workflow more efficient, then we split up the responsibilities and we fill in when it's needed. These days, Maiko usually takes care of the editing. In fact, she's become a faster editor than me, and to be honest, she has a better design sense because of her background as a VMD. Workflow wise, she'll do a majority of the editing, and then towards the end, I'll also edit the video to make sure it's in line with what I envisioned. Depending on the project, we may need to go back and forth a few times, but that's how it goes. But no matter what, not a single video is uploaded that we don't work on together. But her taking the brunt of the editing allows me the time to focus on more of the bigger picture, like the overall channel direction, the topics of our videos, and also how we're going to be able to support ourselves as full-time content creators. Plus, it gives me more time to go out and film the content we release every week. By splitting up the work, it allows me more time to be creative on the filming side, and it allows her to be more creative on the editing side. But for some videos we still do together, like the food videos. It's just more fun eating together. Plus, I can't eat all that stuff by myself. Also, with Maiko working on the editing, it allows me time to focus on the business side of the channel, working with channel partners, working with sponsors, and also taking care of all the financial related matters. When we first started this channel, it was really important for me to do everything on our own. If you ever decide to start a YouTube channel and it starts to gain traction, you'll all of a sudden get contacted by MCNs and agencies asking you to work with them or for them to represent you. But from my experience and reading what they had to offer, they couldn't really offer anything that I couldn't provide for myself. And it's kind of scary because if you decide to move forward with them, they'll make you sign an agreement, and if you don't read it carefully and you sign it, they actually might end up owning your channel. So personally, I've never signed on with an agent, which by default makes me my own agent, which as expected takes up a lot of time. There's a lot of planning, coordinations, negotiation, contract work. There's just a lot of business involved in it, and I guess for some people that may not be something that they're looking to do, so agencies make sense. But again, something I wanted to do was to own this channel outright and not have anyone involved, so I've kind of taken on that responsibility on my own. So yeah, it's very much a business, but that's what I signed up for. Oh, and although I handle most of the business for the channel because a lot of the communication is done in English, sometimes we do have Japanese partners. In these cases, Maiko steps in and handles the coordination. It's just more efficient this way as Japanese is her first language. Also, Maiko creates the art for our channel, including our merch. Although I come up with the ideas, maybe silly at times, but nonetheless, she lets me create the ideas and she illustrates them. Kind of like this Hold My Miso merch. If you like it, check out the link in the description. So yeah, you can say for our team, she's the artist and I guess I would be the IT guy. I handle all the tech related stuff like the camera, the mic, the lights, the drones. I built this studio behind me. Pretty much anything, the PC, software, everything I pretty much take care of. Oh, let me show you one of the important parts of our workflow these days. So sitting between both of our Macs, I set up a 40 terabyte 4-bay QNAP storage device last year to make our editing workflow even more efficient. It's connected to both of our Macs via Thunderbolt 3, so it's ultra fast. It hosts all of our Final Cut video libraries and allows us to quickly switch access from either one of our computers. Before the QNAP, we had to either edit only from one computer or save the video library on a portable USB hard drive and connect and disconnect each time the other person needed to edit the video. It really sucked, especially when working on larger video projects together because we had to switch back and forth so many times. But now after Maiko edits a video, she closes it, I can easily open it from my computer, I can make the necessary changes, and once I'm done, I can shoot it quickly back to her. And we can do that as many times so quickly. But after 1 year of use and a lot of saved footage, we needed to add more capacity, so I got this bad boy, the QNAP 1282 T3, which has triple the storage space and 4 Thunderbolt 3 ports. And now it's sitting underneath my desk. Also, useful on QNAP devices is the HSB3 feature that allows me to sync folders to Google Drive, or the QSync feature which acts like Dropbox. Oh, and my favorite feature of all, the QFile mobile app, which automatically downloads my iPhone videos in full quality over Wi-Fi when I get home, as I take a lot of B-roll on my iPhone. No more having to connect the phone to a lightning cable to download in full quality. I'll leave a link to these devices in the description, as QNAP has been a game changer for our workflow. So if you're ever in a small office or home and you're working with a group of 2 or 3 people, especially when video editing, this is my recommendation. It has made all the difference. Sorry, my IT side just popped out. Moving on, as far as video topics are concerned, Maiko and I usually brainstorm the topics together, but at the end of the day, if it's something that I'm not interested in, then we're probably not gonna do a video on it, just because I'm the one in front of the camera and you can't really make me talk about something I really don't care about. So the topics that I share on the channel are topics that I really like and I wanted to share with all of you. So yeah, that's how I created the YouTube channel. I created it with Maiko. We do it together. For me, the experience is so much more rewarding because we do it together, we celebrate the highs together, and we support each other during the lows. You know, one of my dreams was always to build a business together with someone I loved. And now I get to live that dream. And on top of that, I get to share it with all of you. Anyway, that's it for story time. More videos to come, so hit that subscribe button and the bell button, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.